How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. We also got to put in the disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor and this isn't financial advice. So just know when you do invest, you're doing it at your own risk. So today we're going to be talking about FuboTv. I've talked about this stock previously on the channel. They had earnings that just came out and they posted some strong results. So I want to make sure that it's back on the radar so you can do some more homework and due diligence and see if this is a stock that is right for you. But before we get started, let's go over the agenda. If you're new to this channel, just to let you know, we have timestamps down below in the description. So the first thing that we're going to be going over is an article talking about the earnings result and the potential to see with FuboTv. And the reason why I'm sharing it, I know many of you are taking a look at this stock, and when you did actually watch that first video I made, there were a lot of inquiries. So here's an update. Then after that, we're going to be doing a technical analysis, taking a look at the recent price action. Is there going to be any dips, or is it going to be bullish from here on out? We had a strong day on Friday, so I highly suggest you watch a technical analysis and see where the right price is, where you want to look to add to your position or whether you are considering it. Then afterwards, we're going to be on fintel.io, taking a look at the recent institutional ownership and as well as the short interest information. We want to know, are institutions loading up on FuboTv shares? And what is the overall market sentiment? Is the price of the stock currently high considered to the markets, or is it low? Are we getting it at a deal? We're going to find out. And when all of that is done, we're going to be doing a final thought. And in the final thoughts, I'll be doing a recap and as well as going over the most recent analyst price targets. So let's get into it. So we're on Yahoo Finance. We're going to be going over an article for FuboTv in regards to their Q1 results and also what the analysts are saying as well, and why the stock price is definitely looking really good right now for anyone who's interested going in long term. So sports streaming company FuboTv reported strong improvements in its first quarter results compared to a year ago. It also offered upbeat second quarter guidance and raised its 2021 outlook. The stock rose 9.68% on Wednesday to close at $19.38. Of course, where we're seeing it right now, it is higher than that. Revenue came in at $119.7 million, marking a 135% year-over-year increase. So that is impressive. The company's subscription and advertising businesses performed well during the quarter. It ended Q1 with 590,430 subscribers, representing an increase of 105% that led to a 131% increase in subscription revenue to $107.1 million. Ad revenue jumped 206% to $12.6 million. Fubo's average revenue per user increased 28% to $69.09. The company posted a loss per share of 59 cents. It described this as its strongest quarter in history. So definitely great news to hear for investors. For the first time in any first quarter, we reported sequential revenue and subscriber growth despite past seasonality trends. This tells us that consumers are increasingly cutting the cord. We believe that they are choosing FuboTv, said Fubo co-founder and CEO David Gandler. The company guided Q2 revenue in the band of $120 million to $122 million. It is aiming to finish the quarter with at least 600,000 subscribers. For full year 2021, it raised its revenue forecast to the $520 million to $530 million range. It had previously offered revenue guidance of $460 million to $470 million. So definitely some upside in regards to guidance, and that's something you really want to pay attention to. So that just shows the company's looking forward to some strong growth for the next report. Roth Capital analyst Darren Haftehi reiterated a buy, iterating on Fubo stock, but cut the price target to $42 from $55. Still a lot of upside there. At Haftehi's new price target is still points to 116.72% upside potential over the current price. We maintain our premium multiple on the premise of faster growth and an angle on sports betting, which over time could be leveraged into higher engagement, commented Haftehi. Consensus among analysts on Wall Street is a strong buy based on 6 buys and 1 hold rating. The average analyst price target of $43.14 implies a 122.60% upside potential to current levels. FUBO scores an 8 out of 10 on TipRank's Smart Score rating system, indicating the stock's returns are likely to align with market performance. So definitely some great news in regards for FuboTv. We see that as far as Wall Street is concerned, they're looking at it favorably, and as well as analysts. So I'm going to be looking forward to seeing how well Fubo performs, and looking forward to also that next report when it comes out. But for the most part, it was great to see some strong performance in Q1. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for FuboTv, which ended up closing on Friday at $20.53, being up 12.37% on the day. On the low, it tested $18.53, and then on the high, testing $20.89. So as we can see right here for Fubo, we have to take a look at the chart. We want to see if it's looking bearish or is it looking bullish. So we can see it is below the 200-day, but it's showing some amazing price action, being above our 21-day EMA and as well as the 100-day. So it definitely looks like we're having a reversal here. They had some good news in regards to earnings. So are we going to be seeing a test coming back to the 200-day here at $23? Hey, possibly this could be happening next week or before the end of the month if the market continues to be bullish on the way how we saw it turn out actually on Friday. Taking a look at the RSI down below, you can definitely see some strength here around 62. We know that 70 is in the overbought territory, so it's nearing very close to that. So if I was considering to get into a position for Fubo, I'd be looking out for a pullback, because like I said, one day doesn't mean, hey, it's going to be going up from here. There could be some more volatility. Great opportunities, if you're able to catch it, is right here around this $14.90 level, or even at $15. I feel that is a great entry. Even if you take a look at the RSI when it did hit this low around this 1466 area, it was still like right around 46. So it wasn't too bad at all. So taking that into consideration, I definitely do like how I was looking for Fubo, and they showed some strength. So what I would be doing if I was thinking about getting into a new position, definitely have a dollar cost averaging approach here. See how the markets kind of react, because again, like I said, this stock really did move with the market. But from what I'm seeing, I'm going to be more patient, and I'm looking forward to actually seeing a reversal here. If it doesn't reverse, which we know it has an area of resistance right here around this $22 level. So if it's able to pass this particular area, then it will definitely get to the 200-day. Just want to make sure you guys are aware of that. If it's unable to get past this $22 level and it's being met with a lot of selling pressure, then I feel like it's going to continue to trade within the range of around $22 and as well as over here around $19. So we'll just have to be patient, see how things look like, but do keep in mind if it does decide to pull back, even a starter entry around the $17 level is still not bad either. So we're going to be taking a look at the institutional ownership for FuboTv and as well as the short interest information. So as we scroll down on the page, green rows indicate new positions while red rows indicate closed positions. So if we take a look at what went down, and we're going to be looking at May the 14th and a bit of May the 13th. We have institutions who have closed positions, but we also have institutions who have opened up positions. As you can see, a lot of activity on the 14th, and as well as you can see a lot of activity going on with the 13th and a bit of the 12th and the 11th. But most notably, the 14th, we had a lot more institutional activity going on. So in regards, there's a lot of buying, but also we have institutions who are also hedging and buying puts. But for the most part, I must say it's looking really good, and we don't have many institutions who are exiting out or actually removing their positions and so forth. So for the most part, we can see with Fubo, things are looking fairly good. If we take a look at the short interest information here, so the short volume ratio stands at 19%. So this is below the 21% that we normally look for squeeze potential. But also, this is not a bad thing either. It just shows that, hey, as far as where the current price is at the moment, there's not a ton of short interest in that. So they're saying, well, you know what, the current price is not too bad. If we take a look at the short shares availability, stands at 550,000, updated 3 minutes ago, and the short ball free rate is at 4.81%. If we take a look at the short volume ratio history, we could see it over here on May the 13th. It was around 26, and as far as on the 12th, hitting that 30 range, even back on May the 5th being at 28.75. So it does have some history being above 21%. So seeing it at 18.57, I'm going to be very curious to see how it's going to be looking like come on Monday and also throughout the rest of the week. But that's going to, of course, going to be dependent on price action. If it's going to be ending up having some strong movements to the upside, I can see the short volume ratio actually increase. But at the same time, if it tends to stay consolidating or staying at support, or maybe if it pulls back a lot, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some downward movements in regards to the ratio. So now let's go over the recent analyst price targets for FuboTv. So we have it here at $38.86. Currently, the stock price is at $20.53. So this shows almost 90% upside. How does this look when we break it down? On the low, they have it at $25. On the medium, they have it at $38.86. And then on the high, they have it at $60. And we have 6 analysts who say this is a strong buy. And then we have 1 analyst that's saying that it's a hold. So there's definitely some opportunity here. As you've noticed in the market, a lot of tech stocks got beaten down quite a bit. So there's definitely some upside here. Like you guys know, in the tech sector, there's been a lot of selling off and a lot of pressure. So it does open up opportunities, and this is why I'm bringing it to you. So now let's get into the final thoughts. So for my final thoughts for FuboTv, there's definitely some long-term potential in this stock. From their recent strong earnings report, what I'm looking for is another one for Q2. Keep in mind, they killed it in regards to their revenue estimates, and they increased their subscriptions. They are also in the sports betting space, along with how they're streaming sports and the whole analogy, and they say, hey, cut the cord, buy FuboTv. I love it. We already know sports is huge. It's a great market to be in, especially in the betting aspect, like other stocks we talk about, like DraftKings. We also talked about the possibilities of FuboTv and what they can actually bring in regards to their service. So I feel like that is something that we need to take into consideration here, and is definitely worth taking a look at. Another thing is we see institutions were loading up as well. So what we want to see from that going forward, especially as this week, sorry, not this week, but for next week, so Monday as it progresses, is that going to be continuing? Is the market going to be looking strong? So keep an eye on that. If it's not, then I'll be looking out for pullbacks in those areas that I spoke about in the technical analysis. Then looking at the short interest information being at around 19%, it is below 21%, which is what we look for short squeeze potential. But do keep in mind here, at 19%, it's a bit up there as far as how the market is feeling about it. They're saying, hey, there is a good amount of institutions saying, hey, they're hedging or they see some downside in regards to the stock. So be aware of that. But do keep in mind, tech has been getting beaten down quite a bit. But nonetheless, I still see an opportunity here if you're willing to hold this stock. If you're looking just to get returns within a month to 2 months, then definitely you want to look at the technicals and see the trading range. But for anyone who's looking to hold this for at least 1 to 2 years, I see some upside here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll be talking real soon.